Hi there. I'd like to reflect and share about WisdomNet as my inspiration expressing the principles. I realize that in fact what WisdomNet is for me. It's um, it's just kind of the artistry coming through me of the principles in action. Because to me, there's something about that comes right out of my experience of the principles of uh, connectedness, presence with each other as beings, spiritual beings, creating life. And when we're together, when we reflect, when we share with each other, there's something that's true. There's a truth because we are connected. We are from the one formless source, um, and actually being together, living life, connecting is a big way to experience it, to actually experience it in action. And so I wanted to, we do this anyway. I mean, this is what we do as human beings with each other anyway. This is what's happening. I see this inevitable as the principles grow and the use of the internet, like with Facebook. We're all sharing, passing on what we've learned and listening to each other and reflecting back to each other. And so to me, this is my way of sort of surfing this wave that's happening already and putting it into a form that's really easy for people to get on board with, to feel comfortable with, to connect, to feel part of, and seen and heard. And that's what the basic element of WisdomNet is. The wisdom session is simply with an understanding of the principles, both parties knowing, having some sense, being real, authentic, presencing with each other. One person typically taking turns, one person sharing what wants to come through. Just what wants to be spoken, or danced, or moved, or voiced, or drawn, or being in silence with, and the other person there as a witness, as person who really sees who they are as a spirit, as a being having this wondrous human experience, coming out of their own the creativity of their own thinking, and then with compassion, uh, joy, to reflect back what they're getting, so the person feels heard and can ideally experience kind of a mirror that helps them see themselves even more and wake up to how they're creating through thought, and how they're tapping into mind, and how they're conscious beings. Um, and that is the intention and power of a wisdom session. Very simple, and I find accessible often to people who don't have a lot of principles background. I give some basic training in that, um, for people who do have touched with the principles, it's a way to deepen and um, it's a form which I see as really complementary to all the wonderful teaching, webinars, coaching that is flourishing. Where it's more of it's a different model. It's more teacher and student model, coach and coachee. And I think the best teachers and coaches really transmit, like, hey, you've already got this, and there is this teaching that from the beginning the wisdom is within you. And so a wisdom session really embodies that mutual essential equality, and in a way which I find I see as enhancing uh, whatever else a person may be doing with the principles. And the vision is, as it grows, is that it's also very available. There's no charge. It's free. The more people we have, you can reach out to anybody, anytime. And as we're large enough, there'll be enough somebody who's available to connect. And sometimes in that moment when we're really outside in, that can be most helpful to have somebody there who knows that's the truth of who you are, and to help you remember. And so it's a tool. It's not the only way, of course, but this is my offering, and I'd love to see it grow as a resource for the world. And let me try to get that light out of the camera here. A little unusual setup here, but yeah, I invite you to come to WisdomNet.com and check it out. Right now I'm still small enough, so I'm doing one-on-one free intro trainings at your convenience, and I'm excited, and it's fun. I feel the pulse of our humanity coming through together as we communicate using the technology we have in the internet, and this is what I'd love to share with you. And so thank you for listening, and I'll catch you next time.